Reading stories in English is not just a journey into fascinating worlds, but also a powerful tool for learning and mastering the language.
Chapter 1. The Boy Who Loved Cars.
Enzo Ferrari was born on February 18, 1898, in Medina, a small city in Italy. Medina was a quiet place with narrow streets, old buildings, and friendly people. Enzo's family was not rich, but they were happy. His father, Alfredo Ferrari, had a small metal workshop. Enzo loved to spend time there, watching his father work. He was always curious about machines, tools, and how things worked. When Enzo was 10 years old, something happened that changed his life forever. His father took him to see a car race in Bologna, a city near Medina. It was the first time Enzo saw a car race, and he was amazed. The cars were fast, loud, and shiny. The drivers wore special clothes and helmets. The crowd cheered and clapped. Enzo watched the race with big eyes and an open mouth. He thought, "One day I want to drive a fast car like that." After the race, Enzo couldn't stop talking about cars. He drew pictures of cars in his notebook. He read books about engines and machines. He even built small toy cars with pieces of wood and metal. His dream was to work with cars when he grew up. But life was not always easy for Enzo. When he was 16 years old, his father died. Enzo was very sad. He had to leave school and find a job to help his family. He started working as a teacher, but he didn't like it. He wanted to work with cars, not teach children. Every day he thought about his dream. In 1916, Enzo got a job at a small car company in Turin, a city in northern Italy. He was very happy. At the company, he learned how to fix cars, drive them, and take care of engines. He worked hard and asked many questions. His boss liked him because he was curious and always wanted to learn more. One day, Enzo saw an advertisement in the newspaper. A car company was looking for a driver to race their cars. Enzo was very excited. He applied for the job and they hired him. He couldn't believe it. His dream was coming true. Enzo's first race was in 1919. It was a big event and many people came to watch. Enzo was nervous but also very happy. The race was long and difficult. The roads were not smooth like today. They were full of rocks and holes. Enzo drove fast, but he didn't win. However, he didn't give up. He knew that racing was not easy, and he needed to practice more. After the race, Enzo thought about his future. He didn't just want to drive cars. He wanted to build them. He wanted to create the fastest, most beautiful cars in the world. He dreamed of a car with a special name, Ferrari. Enzo Ferrari was just a boy from Medina, but he had a big dream. He wanted to build the fastest cars in the world. And one day, his dream would come true.
Chapter 2. The First Steps.
After his first race in 1919, Enzo Ferrari knew that he wanted to work with cars for the rest of his life. But he also knew that it would not be easy. He needed to learn more about cars, engines, and racing. He needed to work hard and never give up. Enzo continued to work as a driver for the car company. He drove in many races and each time, he learned something new. Sometimes he won, and sometimes he lost. But he always tried his best. He became friends with other drivers and mechanics. They taught him many things about cars and racing. One day, Enzo met a man named Ugo Savacci. Hugo was a driver too, and he became Enzo's best friend. They worked together and helped each other. Hugo was very funny, and he always made Enzo laugh. They were like brothers. In 1920, Enzo got a job at a bigger car company called Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo was famous for making fast and beautiful cars. Enzo was very excited to work there. At first, he was just a driver, but he wanted to do more. He wanted to help build the cars too. Enzo worked hard at Alfa Romeo. He learned how to design cars and make them faster. He also learned how to manage a team. Enzo was very good at his job, and soon, he became the manager of the racing team. He was proud of his work, but he still dreamed of having his own company one day. One of the most important moments in Enzo's life happened in 1923. He won a big race in Ravenna, Italy. After the race, a man came to talk to him. The man was the father of a famous pilot named Francesco Baracca. Francesco was a hero in Italy because he fought in World War I. He died in the war, but people still remembered him. Francesco's father gave Enzo a special gift. It was a symbol of a black horse on a yellow background. Francesco used this symbol on his plane during the war. The man said to Enzo, "This symbol will bring you good luck." Enzo was very happy. He decided to use the symbol on his cars one day. In 1929, Enzo started his own racing team. He called it Scuderia Ferrari. Scuderia means stable in Italian, but in this case, it meant a team of race cars. Enzo didn't build his own cars yet. He used Alfa Romeo cars, but he made them faster and better. Scuderia Ferrari became very famous, and Enzo was proud of his team. Enzo's team won many races, and people started to notice him. He was a good manager and a smart businessman. He knew how to make his team successful. But Enzo also had a funny side. He loved to tell jokes and stories. One day, during a race, one of his drivers had a problem with his car. The driver was very angry, but Enzo just laughed and said, "Don't worry. The car is just taking a little nap." Enzo worked hard, but he also had fun. He loved his job and he loved his team. He was like a father to his drivers and mechanics. He always said, "We are like a family. We help each other and we never give up." In 1932, Enzo's son, Alfredo, was born. Everyone called him Dino. Enzo was very happy to be a father. He loved his son very much. He wanted to teach him everything about cars and racing. He dreamed that one day Dino would work with him. But life was not always easy. In the 1930s, the world was changing. There was a big war coming, and it was a difficult time for everyone. Enzo had to make hard decisions. He stopped working with Alfa Romeo and started to think about building his own cars. Enzo Ferrari was taking his first steps toward his dream. He didn't know it yet, but one day his name would be famous all over the world. His cars would be the fastest and most beautiful cars in the world. And it all started with a boy who loved cars.
Chapter 3. The Birth of Ferrari.
The 1940s were a difficult time for the world. There was a big war and many people suffered. Enzo Ferrari was also affected by the war. He had to stop his racing team, Scuderia Ferrari, because it was too dangerous. But Enzo didn't give up. He continued to work and dream about his own cars. During the war, Enzo moved his workshop to a small town called Maranello, near Modena. Maranello was a quiet place with green fields and small houses. Enzo liked it there because it was peaceful. He started to build machines for the war, but he always thought about cars. He dreamed of the day when he could build his own cars again. In 1945, the war ended. Enzo was happy, but he knew that it would take time for the world to recover. He decided to start his own car company. He wanted to build cars that were fast, beautiful, and special. He wanted to create something that people would never forget. In 1947, Enzo Ferrari built his first car. He called it the Ferrari 125S. The number 125 was because the car had a 1.5-liter engine and the S meant sport. Enzo was very proud of his car. It was red, shiny, and very fast. He knew that this car was the beginning of something big. The Ferrari 125S had its first race on May 11, 1947, in Piacenza, Italy. Enzo was nervous but excited. He wanted his car to win. The race was difficult, and the Ferrari 125S had some problems. It didn't win, but Enzo was still happy. He knew that his car was special, and he just needed to make it better. 2 weeks later, the Ferrari 125S had another race in Rome. This time, the car was perfect. It was fast and strong. The driver, Franco Cortese, won the race. It was the first victory for Ferrari. Enzo was very happy. He knew that his dream was coming true. After the victory, people started to talk about Ferrari. They wanted to know more about Enzo and his cars. Enzo became famous and his company grew. He built more cars and entered more races. Every time a Ferrari car won a race, Enzo was proud. But Enzo didn't just want to build race cars. He also wanted to build cars for normal people. He wanted everyone to enjoy the beauty and speed of a Ferrari. In 1948, he built the Ferrari 166 Inter. It was a car for the road, not just for racing. People loved it because it was fast, beautiful, and comfortable. Enzo was very busy, but he always found time for his family. He loved his son Dino very much. Dino was a smart boy and he loved cars too. Enzo taught him everything about cars and racing. He dreamed that one day, Dino would work with him and continue the Ferrari legacy. In 1950, something very important happened. The first Formula One World Championship started. Formula One is the most famous car racing competition in the world. Enzo wanted Ferrari to be part of it. He built a special car for Formula One and entered the competition. Ferrari didn't win the first year, but Enzo didn't give up. He knew that Ferrari would be successful one day. Enzo was not just a car builder. He was also a businessman. He knew how to make his company successful. He worked hard and always tried to make his cars better. He also had a good sense of humor. One day, a customer came to his office and said, "Your cars are too expensive." Enzo smiled and said, "If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it." Enzo was very strict with his team. He wanted everything to be perfect. He always said, "Second place is the first loser." He didn't like to lose, and he always pushed his team to do their best. But he also cared about his team. He was like a father to them, and they respected him. In 1956, something very sad happened. Enzo's son, Dino, died. He was only 24 years old. Enzo was heartbroken. He loved his son very much, and he didn't know how to live without him. But Enzo was strong. He decided to continue working and make Ferrari even better. He built a special car and named it after his son, the Dino 156 F2. It was a beautiful car, and it won many races. Enzo Ferrari was not just a car builder. He was a dreamer, a fighter, and a leader. He built his company from nothing and made it one of the most famous brands in the world. His cars were fast, beautiful, and special. And it all started with a dream.
Chapter 4. Ferrari and Formula One.
In the 1950s, Ferrari became one of the most important names in car racing. Enzo Ferrari loved racing, and he wanted his cars to be the best in the world. Formula One was the perfect place to show the world what Ferrari could do. Formula One is the most famous car racing competition in the world. The cars are very fast, and the races are exciting. The best drivers and teams compete in Formula One, and winning is not easy. But Enzo Ferrari was ready for the challenge. Ferrari joined Formula One in 1950, the first year of the competition. The first Ferrari Formula One car was called the Ferrari 125 F1. It was fast, but it had some problems. The car didn't win any races that year, but Enzo was not discouraged. He knew that Ferrari needed time to improve. In 1951, Ferrari won its first Formula One race. The race was in Silverstone, England, and the driver was José Froilán González. Enzo was very happy. He said, "I cried like a baby when we won. It was a dream come true." This victory was very important for Ferrari. It showed the world that Ferrari was a serious competitor. In 1952 and 1953, Ferrari dominated Formula One. The driver Alberto Ascari won 2 world championships in a row. Enzo was proud of his team and his cars. He knew that Ferrari was becoming one of the best teams in the world. But Formula One was not just about winning. It was also about innovation. Enzo always wanted to make his cars faster and better. He worked with engineers and designers to create new technologies. Ferrari was one of the first teams to use disc brakes, which made the cars stop faster. They also experimented with aerodynamics to make the cars more stable at high speeds. Enzo Ferrari was very involved in Formula One. He went to many races and watched his cars compete. He was always looking for ways to improve. He was very strict with his team. He wanted everything to be perfect. He often said, "Second place is the first loser." He didn't like to lose, and he pushed his team to do their best. But Enzo also had a funny side. He loved to tell jokes and stories. One day, during a race, one of his drivers had a problem with his car. The driver was very angry, but Enzo just laughed and said, "Don't worry. The car is just taking a little nap." In the 1960s, Ferrari faced new challenges. Other teams, like Lotus and BRM, were becoming very strong. Ferrari had to work harder to stay competitive. Enzo hired new engineers and drivers. He also built new cars with better engines and designs. One of the most famous Ferrari drivers in the 1960s was John Surtees. John was a very talented driver, and he won the Formula One World Championship in 1964. Enzo was very proud of him. He said, "John is like a son to me. He is a great driver and a great person." But Formula One was also dangerous. In the 1960s and 1970s, many drivers died in accidents. Enzo was very sad when his drivers died. He cared about them like they were his family. He always tried to make his cars safer, but he knew that racing was risky. In 1975, Ferrari won another world championship with the driver Niki Lauda. Niki was a very brave and talented driver. He won 2 more championships with Ferrari in 1977 and 1984. Enzo was very proud of Nicky. He said, "Nicky is one of the best drivers in the world. He is a true champion." Enzo Ferrari was not just a car builder. He was a leader and a visionary. He made Ferrari one of the most successful teams in Formula One history. His cars were fast, beautiful, and innovative, and his team was like a family. But Enzo was getting older. In the 1980s, he started to think about the future of Ferrari. He wanted to make sure that Ferrari would continue to be successful after he was gone. He worked hard to prepare his team for the future. Enzo Ferrari died on August 14, 1988. He was 90 years old. The world was sad to lose him, but his legacy lived on. Ferrari continued to be one of the best teams in Formula One. And Enzo's dream of building the fastest and most beautiful cars in the world came true.
Chapter 5. The legend lives on.
Enzo Ferrari died in 1988, but his dream did not die with him. Ferrari continued to be one of the most famous and successful car companies in the world. The prancing horse logo, the red cars, and the passion for speed and beauty lived on. Ferrari was not just a car company, it was a legend.
The Schumacher era and Ferrari's dominance.
After Enzo's death, the Ferrari team faced many challenges. Formula One was becoming more competitive, and other teams were getting stronger. But Ferrari had a strong spirit, and they didn't give up. They continued to work hard and innovate. In the 1990s, Ferrari hired a new team principal, Jean Todt. Jean was a smart and determined man. He wanted to bring Ferrari back to the top of Formula One. He hired new engineers, designers, and drivers. One of the most important hires was Michael Schumacher, a young and talented driver from Germany. Michael Schumacher joined Ferrari in 1996. He was very fast and had a strong work ethic. He wanted to win, and he was ready to work hard. Michael and the Ferrari team worked together to improve the car and the strategy. They didn't win right away, but they didn't give up. In 2000, Ferrari and Michael Schumacher won the Formula One World Championship. It was the first time Ferrari had won the championship in 21 years. Enzo Ferrari would have been very proud. The team celebrated, and the fans were happy. Ferrari was back on top. Michael Schumacher and Ferrari continued to dominate Formula One. They won 5 world championships in a row from 2000 to 2004. It was an incredible achievement.
Beyond the track and innovation.
But Ferrari was not just about Formula One. The company also continued to build beautiful and fast cars for the road. Cars like the Ferrari F40, F50, and Enzo were very special. They were fast, expensive, and exclusive. Only a few people in the world could own them. The Ferrari F40 was built in 1987 to celebrate Ferrari's 40th anniversary. It was one of the fastest cars in the world at the time. The F40 was very light and had a powerful engine. It could go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.8 seconds. People loved the F40 because it was pure and simple. It was a car for true car lovers. The Ferrari F50 was built in 1995 to celebrate Ferrari's 50th anniversary. It was even faster and more advanced than the F40. The F50 had a Formula One-style engine and a beautiful design. It was a car that combined speed and luxury. The Ferrari Enzo was built in 2002 and named after Enzo Ferrari. It was one of the most advanced cars in the world. The Enzo had a carbon fiber body, a powerful V12 engine, and a top speed of over 350 kilometers per hour. It was a car that represented the spirit of Ferrari: speed, passion, and innovation. Ferrari also continued to innovate. They used new technologies to make their cars faster, safer, and more efficient. They experimented with hybrid engines, which combined gasoline and electric power. They also used advanced materials like carbon fiber to make the cars lighter and stronger. But Ferrari was not just about technology. It was also about passion. The people who worked at Ferrari loved cars and racing. They worked hard because they wanted to make the best cars in the world. They were proud to be part of the Ferrari family. Ferrari also had a strong connection with its fans. The Ferrari fans, or tifosi, were some of the most passionate fans in the world. They loved Ferrari and supported the team in good times and bad. They wore red clothes, waved Ferrari flags, and cheered for their team at every race. One of the most famous Ferrari fans was Enzo Ferrari himself. He loved his cars and his team. He often said, "I build cars for people who dream." Enzo knew that Ferrari was not just a car company. It was a dream, a passion, and a way of life. In 2014, Ferrari celebrated its 1000th Formula One race. It was a special moment for the team and the fans. Ferrari had come a long way since Enzo built his first car in 1947. The team had won hundreds of races and many championships. But they were not done yet. They continued to work hard and dream big. In 2017, Ferrari hired a new driver, Charles Leclerc. Charles was young and talented, and he had a lot of potential. He joined Sebastian Vettel, another great driver, at Ferrari. Together, they worked to bring Ferrari back to the top of Formula One. Ferrari also continued to build amazing cars for the road. Cars like the Ferrari 488, LaFerrari, and SF90 Stradale were fast, beautiful, and innovative. They combined speed, luxury, and technology in a way that only Ferrari could. The Ferrari 488 was a supercar with a powerful V8 engine. It could go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3 seconds. The LaFerrari was a hybrid supercar with a V12 engine and an electric motor. It was one of the fastest and most advanced cars in the world. The SF90 Stradale was Ferrari's first plug-in hybrid car. It had a V8 engine and 3 electric motors. It could drive on electric power alone for short distances. The SF90 Stradale was a car for the future, but it still had the spirit of Ferrari. Ferrari also continued to expand. They opened new factories, museums, and stores around the world. They also started new projects, like the Ferrari World theme park in Abu Dhabi. Ferrari World is the largest indoor theme park in the world, and it has many attractions for car lovers. But Ferrari never forgot its roots. The company's headquarters are still in Maranello, the small town where Enzo Ferrari moved his workshop during the war. Maranello is the heart of Ferrari, and it is where the magic happens. Today, Ferrari is more than just a car company. It is a symbol of speed, passion, and dreams. It is a legend that continues to inspire people around the world. Enzo Ferrari's dream lives on, and it will never die.
Chapter 6. Ferrari Today. Innovation and Inspiration.
Ferrari has come a long way since Enzo Ferrari built his first car in 1947. Today, Ferrari is not just a car company, It is a global brand that represents luxury, speed, and innovation. The prancing horse logo is recognized all over the world, and Ferrari cars are seen as symbols of success and passion.
The story of the prancing horse logo.
One of the most iconic symbols in the world is the Ferrari logo, the prancing horse. But where did this symbol come from? The story of the Ferrari logo is as fascinating as the story of the company itself. The prancing horse was first used by a famous Italian pilot named Francesco Baracca during World War I. Francesco painted the horse on his plane for good luck. He was a hero in Italy, and many people admired him. Sadly, Francesco died during the war, but his family wanted to keep his memory alive. In 1923, Enzo Ferrari won a race in Ravenna, Italy. After the race, he met Francesco's mother, Countess Paolina Baracca. She gave Enzo a special gift, the prancing horse symbol. She said to Enzo, "Put this horse on your cars. It will bring you good luck." Enzo was very touched by her words. He decided to use the prancing horse as the symbol of his racing team. But Enzo made some changes to the original design. He added a yellow background, which is the color of Modena, his hometown. He also added the letters S and F at the bottom, which stand for Scuderia Ferrari. Scuderia means stable in Italian, but in this case, it means a team of race cars. The prancing horse became the official logo of Ferrari in 1932. Since then, it has been a symbol of speed, power, and elegance. The logo is not just a design, it is a story of courage, luck, and passion. It represents the spirit of Ferrari and its commitment to excellence.
Innovation and inspiration.
One of the most important aspects of Ferrari today is its commitment to innovation. The company is always looking for new ways to make its cars faster, safer, and more efficient. In recent years, Ferrari has started to explore hybrid technology. The Ferrari SF90 Stradale, for example, is a plug-in hybrid supercar that combines a powerful V8 engine with 3 electric motors. It can drive on electric power alone for short distances, making it more environmentally friendly. But don't be fooled, the SF90 Stradale is still a Ferrari. It can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.5 seconds, making it one of the fastest cars in the world. Ferrari is also experimenting with new materials and designs. The company uses carbon fiber to make its cars lighter and stronger. This helps improve speed and performance. Ferrari's engineers are always looking for ways to push the limits of what is possible. They want to create cars that are not only fast but also beautiful and comfortable. But Ferrari is not just about technology. It is also about passion and emotion. Ferrari cars are designed to make people feel something. The sound of a Ferrari engine, the feel of the steering wheel, the smell of the leather seats, these are all part of the Ferrari experience. Driving a Ferrari is not just about getting from one place to another, it is about enjoying the journey. Ferrari's impact goes beyond cars. The company has become a cultural icon. Ferrari cars have appeared in countless movies, TV shows, and video games. They are often associated with wealth, power, and success. But Ferrari is also about dreams. For many people, owning a Ferrari is a lifelong dream. It represents the idea that anything is possible if you work hard and never give up. Ferrari's success is also due to its fans, or tifosi. The tifosi are some of the most passionate fans in the world. They wear red, cheer for Ferrari at every race, and keep the spirit of Ferrari alive. The tifosi are not just fans, they are part of the Ferrari family. They share the same passion and love for cars that Enzo Ferrari had. Ferrari also gives back to the community. The company supports various charitable organizations and initiatives. For example, Ferrari has partnered with the United Nations to raise awareness about climate change. The company is committed to reducing its environmental impact and creating a more sustainable future. In recent years, Ferrari has expanded beyond cars. The company has opened museums, theme parks, and stores around the world. Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi is the largest indoor theme park in the world. It has roller coasters, simulators, and other attractions that celebrate the history and spirit of Ferrari. The Ferrari museums in Maranello and Medina are also popular destinations for car lovers. They showcase some of the most iconic Ferrari cars and tell the story of the company's history. Ferrari is also involved in other industries. The company has a line of luxury products, including clothing, watches, and accessories. These products are designed with the same attention to detail and quality as Ferrari cars. They allow people to experience the Ferrari lifestyle even if they don't own a Ferrari. But at its core, Ferrari is still about cars. The company continues to produce some of the most beautiful and fastest cars in the world. Cars like the Ferrari 488, F8 Tributo, and Roma are modern masterpieces. They combine speed, design, and technology in a way that only Ferrari can. Ferrari's success is a testament to Enzo Ferrari's vision and determination. He believed in the power of dreams, and he worked hard to make his dream a reality. Today, Ferrari is a symbol of excellence and innovation. It is a company that continues to inspire and amaze.
Chapter 7. The Future of Ferrari Dreams.
As we look to the future, Ferrari continues to dream big. The company is always looking for new ways to innovate and push the boundaries of what is possible. One of the most exciting areas of development is electric cars. Ferrari has announced plans to launch its first fully electric car in 2025. This is a big step for a company that is known for its powerful gasoline engines. But Ferrari is not afraid of change. The company is committed to creating cars that are not only fast but also environmentally friendly. Ferrari is also exploring autonomous driving technology. This is a big challenge for a company that is all about the joy of driving. But Ferrari believes that autonomous technology can enhance the driving experience, not replace it. For example, autonomous features could make driving safer and more comfortable, while still allowing drivers to enjoy the thrill of driving a Ferrari. Another area of focus is sustainability. Ferrari is committed to reducing its environmental impact. The company is investing in renewable energy and exploring new ways to make its cars more efficient. Ferrari's factory in Maranello is powered by solar panels, and the company is working to reduce waste and emissions. But no matter how much technology changes, Ferrari's core values will remain the same. The company will always be about speed, passion, and beauty. Ferrari cars will always be designed to make people feel something. They will always be symbols of dreams and aspirations. Ferrari's legacy is not just about cars. It is about the people who have worked for the company and the fans who support it. Ferrari is like a big family. The engineers, designers, drivers, and mechanics all work together to create something special. And the fans, or tifosi, are some of the most passionate in the world. They wear red, cheer for Ferrari at every race, and keep the spirit of Ferrari alive. Enzo Ferrari once said, "What's behind you doesn't matter." This quote perfectly captures the spirit of Ferrari. The company is always looking forward, always dreaming of the next victory, the next innovation, the next beautiful car. Ferrari is not just a car company, it is a way of life. As we close this book, we remember Enzo Ferrari's words, "I build cars for people who dream." Ferrari is a symbol of dreams, hard work, and never giving up. It is a company that inspires us to chase our own dreams, no matter how big they are. Ferrari's legacy lives on, and it will continue to inspire generations to come.
Ferrari and the Electric Revolution.
The world is changing and the car industry is changing with it. Many car companies are now focusing on electric vehicles, EVs, to reduce pollution and fight climate change. Ferrari, a brand known for its roaring V8 and V12 engines, is also joining this revolution. But Ferrari's approach to electric cars is different. The company wants to make sure that its electric cars still feel like Ferraris. Ferrari's first fully electric car, expected in 2025, will be a milestone in the company's history. Enzo Ferrari once said, "What's behind you doesn't matter," and this philosophy still guides the company today. Ferrari is not afraid to embrace new technologies, but it will always stay true to its core values: speed, passion, and beauty. The challenge for Ferrari is to create an electric car that is as exciting as its gasoline-powered cars. Ferrari's engineers are working hard to make sure that the electric car has the same thrilling performance and emotional connection that Ferrari drivers expect. For example, the car will have instant acceleration, which is a key advantage of electric motors. It will also have a unique sound, created by Ferrari's engineers, to give drivers the same emotional experience as a traditional Ferrari engine. Ferrari is also exploring new designs for its electric cars. Electric cars don't need big engines, so Ferrari's designers have more freedom to create innovative and aerodynamic shapes. The company is experimenting with new materials, like lightweight carbon fiber, to make the cars faster and more efficient. But Ferrari knows that its electric cars must still look and feel like Ferraris. The prancing horse logo, the red color, and the sleek design will all be part of the electric Ferrari experience. The company wants to make sure that its electric cars are not just environmentally friendly but also exciting and beautiful.
Autonomous driving and sustainability.
Ferrari is also exploring autonomous driving technology. This is a big challenge for a company that is all about the joy of driving. But Ferrari believes that autonomous technology can enhance the driving experience, not replace it. For example, autonomous features could make driving safer and more comfortable, while still allowing drivers to enjoy the thrill of driving a Ferrari. Another area of focus is sustainability. Ferrari is committed to reducing its environmental impact. The company is investing in renewable energy and exploring new ways to make its cars more efficient. Ferrari's factory in Maranello is powered by solar panels, and the company is working to reduce waste and emissions. Ferrari is also looking at ways to make its production process more sustainable. For example, the company is using recycled materials in its cars and reducing the use of harmful chemicals. Ferrari wants to show that it is possible to create fast and beautiful cars while also protecting the environment.
The spirit of Ferrari.
But no matter how much technology changes, Ferrari's core values will remain the same. The company will always be about speed, passion, and beauty. Ferrari cars will always be designed to make people feel something. They will always be symbols of dreams and aspirations. Ferrari's legacy is not just about cars. It is about the people who have worked for the company and the fans who support it. Ferrari is like a big family. The engineers, designers, drivers, and mechanics all work together to create something special. And the fans, or tifosi, are some of the most passionate in the world. They wear red, cheer for Ferrari at every race, and keep the spirit of Ferrari alive. Enzo Ferrari once said, "What's behind you doesn't matter." This quote perfectly captures the spirit of Ferrari. The company is always looking forward, always dreaming of the next victory, the next innovation, the next beautiful car. Ferrari is not just a car company, it is a way of life.
Final thoughts.
Ferrari is more than just a car company. It is a legend. From its humble beginnings in Medina to its dominance in Formula One and the production of some of the most beautiful cars ever made, Ferrari has left an indelible mark on the world. The rivalry with Lamborghini, the passion of the tifosi, and the dedication of the Ferrari family have all contributed to the company's success. As we look to the future, Ferrari continues to inspire. The company is working on new projects, like electric cars and autonomous driving technologies. But no matter what the future holds, Ferrari will always be true to its roots. The prancing horse will continue to symbolize speed, passion, and excellence. The story of Ferrari is a story of dreams, hard work, and never giving up. It is a story that inspires us to chase our own dreams, no matter how big they are. Enzo Ferrari's legacy lives on, and it will continue to inspire generations to come.
Si te ha gustado el vídeo, suscríbete y dadle a la campanita. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo.